you're a sensitive person, and judging by the vibrations I'm picking up on the metaphysical airwaves, I'd say you probably are, then you'll already have tuned into the fact that over the last few weeks I've acquired a certain inner calm. Hardly surprising, really, as I've had my aura cleansed and my chakras balanced on an almost daily basis. But the big existential questions remain, and tonight we'll be tackling at least two of them. Since I started on this journey, lots of my friends, facetious cynics that they are, have been asking me, all right then, what is the meaning of life? So, in a little while, just before the commercial break, we'll be revealing it. First, though, we need to consider whether stones are alive. Someone who's likely to know is Stone Circle designer and builder Ivan Macbeth.
Anyone who enters this space, whether they know it or not, will leave changed. They will have been affected by the harmonics that have been set up by such a beautiful space, and it will change their lives. And I've had many people walk into this Stone Circle and say that something's happened to them as they've entered, and all that means to me is that what I've done here and what I've done with my friends and with the design and with the guidance that I've received, it's working. Something is resonating very, very deeply with your soul. If you block the world out, then it won't get to you. But if you enter this space with an open heart, in a gentle sort of way, saying, okay, I'm going to give this a chance, I'm going to sit down, and what's going to happen to me? Okay, then something will happen. If you place stones in certain places on the Earth's surface, in certain patterns, and with a certain state of awareness, you will affect the land in very deep and profound ways. The land has meridians and channels running over its surface and through it, much as the human body has. In fact, it's the other way around. The human body operates on that level very much like this planet.
Do you believe these stones are alive?
Well, they're alive in the way that stones are. We just don't notice them moving around and communicating because... Sorry, just looking at the hawk.
Personally, I think the nation should commission Ivan to create an enormous stone circle in Hyde Park to mark the millennium. But I expect all the money will go to memorial car parks and commemorative squash courts instead, so that future generations will be able to ponder such eternal mysteries as, why did they play squash? If you accept Ivan's belief that the earth, the stones and our bodies all have their own energy flows and vibrational frequencies, which isn't all that far-fetched actually, then you might also wonder what happens if you create a ritual designed to harness or release those energies and vibrations. To find out, I went to a Neolithic sacred site to meet a group of ritual magicians called the Golden Dawn Occult Society. Naturally, we suggested a dawn rendezvous, but they'd had a bit of a heavy night and couldn't make it till nearly 11:15. This seemed like the perfect way to spend a Saturday morning. A leisurely breakfast, followed by a nice walk in the country and an occult ceremony in a 5,000-year-old burial chamber to honour the god Pan, which is apparently a top way to start the weekend.
Here we are then.
I honour the line of innumerable kin and cast a circle of dragon's glow. Magic, for me, has got to do with direct experience, and it's the nature of the religion, if you like, of magic, is that it is to do with direct experience.
we are physically there, and by intoning sound and by physical actions, you are grounding the mystical experience that you're having. Pan, pan, pan. Oh, pan. Oh, pan.
It's an art and it's a science of causing change in your consciousness by the use of your will, by using quite simple techniques, but techniques that have been passed down for thousands of years.
Well, when you're in a seething trance, it feels physically sort of very pleasurable. It's almost like a sort of sexual sensation going through your body. Basically, seething's actually not very dignified. I mean, you're really sort of shaking. You start the shaking at your legs and it sort of builds up through your body. And you have to just not worry about what you look like. I mean, you just have to really get into it. Your mind is in a much more sort of open state than it normally is. You can see in your mind's eye interesting visions. You can get into a very relaxed, very sort of receptive state to get information about the site and about the deity whom you're invoking.
Do you feel that you're in any way in conflict with people who practice Christianity?
No, I don't. I mean, it's interesting that it's an exotic Middle Eastern religion. You know, I mean, I think it's weird.
Can you understand why some Christians feel threatened by the imagery that you use?
No, I mean, like the skull. I mean, for instance, the goat skull I found in the local woods. So, and many of the objects that were there were from direct experience. We all brought them there. We knew where they'd come from and had a meaning to us.
So what is the significance in assembling them there like that?
Well, it's a focus. It's like you're making a statement, aren't you? We're making a sort of audio statement. We're making a bodily statement. We're making a physical statement. We're concentrating or focusing everything on what we're doing at that moment in time.
You've got to actually do it, you see, and you can talk about it and you can make TV programs about it, but you've got to actually do it, and in doing it you will discover what it's all about.
My first reaction when I came out of the Barrow and one of the production team asked me how it was, and I think my first feeling was that this is innovation. This is nothing like anything that has ever occurred before, and I was actually very, very tired. We'd been up very early this morning, and I felt whacked when I met you lot, as some of you could probably tell, and I was invigorated by it when I came out, and I'm really flying now.
So are we.
It's not over yet. I mean, that's the standard result. One of the main reasons for doing it is it's brilliant. It's better than going to church, better than having a party. Yeah, you come out of a ritual and you're sort of buzzing with life and energy, and I mean, if you don't get that, it must have been a really bad ritual. I mean, if you don't get energy from it, you're wasting your time.
Sharon, it was a cracking ritual.
Brilliant.
All right, a toast to Pan.
Yeah.
To Pan.
Toast to Pan.
When the countryside gets just a little too wild to bear, then it's time to mellow out in the city. The plan was to reconnect with my inner self using oils, essences and tinctures. If you could capture the secret of life and bottle it, what colour do you think it would be?